Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is 5 things to expect versus Sheffield United. So Manchester United, they play Sheffield United on Wednesday, and I did this video when we played Spurs, 5 things to expect versus Tottenham Hotspur, and you guys really liked it, and I actually got a lot of those predictions right. I said how I expected Rashford to start, but Pogba to be on the bench, but I would expect to see Pogba and Bruno play together for the first time, and I was right with that. And I also said that the first goal would be really important in that game because if Mourinho scores, he can part the bus, but if we score, it gives us confidence, and Spurs have to attack us, which plays into Ollie's hand, which was also right. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do 5 things that I expect to see versus Sheffield United. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new. If you think I've missed anything in this video that you expect to see, let me know by commenting it down below. And also, tomorrow on Monday's video will be a big update on Jadon Sancho and the latest transfer news on that. Some tier 1 journalists has come out with some really good information. And also, do you want me to do a predicted lineup versus Sheffield United? Let me know in the comment section down below, or by hitting that like button if you want me to do a video in a few days predicting the lineup versus Sheffield United. But first things first, let's get straight into the video. The first thing I expect to see is a midfield change. Expect Pogba to start. Why do I think that? Now, I think because of fitness, we need a bit of rotation. I know it's been 5 games, but I think Pogba is likely to play and maybe Matic. My midfield prediction 3 is going to be Bruno, Matic and Pogba. You know, McTominay looked really fit actually. I think McTominay did really well against Spurs. A few people were slagging him off, but I thought McTominay was pretty good against Spurs. McTominay looked very fit, but I do expect to see Pogba start because of the impact he brought on when he played against Spurs. He looked fit, obviously I don't know if he's fully fit, but I expect Pogba to start, and I think there'll be a little bit of a change in midfield because I can't see Fred and McTominay playing 2 games in a row, especially after just coming back. And you know, we're playing 2 to 3 fixtures a week at the moment, so I think there'll be a rotation in midfield. I think Bruno, Matic and Pogba will be the midfield 3 I expect to see versus Sheffield United, but it wouldn't surprise me if he played McTominay over Matic again. Don't think Fred was fully fit myself. Second thing I expect to see is a 4 at the back system. There's a lot of talk that Manchester United were going to play 5 at the back against Spurs. It was this leaked team sheet, but you know what? We played 4 at the back versus Spurs. Because, you know, Mourinho parks the bus, it'd be weird to play 5 at the back versus a Mourinho side. Sheffield United also play 5 at the back, quite a defensive style of football. You know, they've got pretty much the second most clean sheets in the league this season. And I think that playing Sheffield United, we need to break them down, we need to attack them. Another reason why I think Paul Pogba will play with Bruno Fernandes, because we need to break down the very strong Sheffield United defence. And I think we'll play 4 at the back system against Sheffield United because they've played 5 at the back. It'd be stupid if we play 5 at the back because they'd probably be happy with the draw, but we need that 3 points to close the gap on Leicester and Chelsea. Leicester's dropped points, Arsenal have dropped points again. That was quite a funny game if you watched the Brighton game. Chelsea are likely to beat Villa, and if we want to put that pressure on Chelsea, we've got to go and beat Sheffield United, and the only way to do that is to attack them and break down their defence. I think the Sheffield United game is probably our most important game, and then after the Sheffield United game there's a lot of easy games. I think Tottenham's our hardest game, this is our second hardest game, and up until Leicester I think we've got a pretty nice run in. The third thing I expect to see is players testing the keeper more. I think we did test Lloris in the Spurs game. He made some brilliant saves, but I feel like there were some times where we could have shot but we took too many touches and, you know, looked to do the easy pass, the safe options. I think we know that Dean Henderson won't play because obviously he's on loan from us, so he can't play against his parent club. So the keeper for Sheffield United is going to be quite rusty. He let in 3 goals against us when we played them the first time at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United have had one of the best defences in the league. They've only let in 3 goals against us. It'll be the same keeper. I think Bruno Fernandes with his long shots, Paul Pogba in the team, Marcus Rashford with his dipping long shots. I think we're going to test the keeper a lot, and it wouldn't surprise me if we scored a goal from outside the box because, you know, they're hard to break down, but it wouldn't surprise me if we took a few shots from outside the box to win corners. And actually, it wouldn't surprise me if we scored a goal from outside the box. I think we'll be testing the keeper a lot. And I do think we'll see a Bruno goal from outside the box. I'm predicting that now. I hope I'm right. The 4th thing I expect to see is Mason Greenwood start, which kind of, you could say, links to the second thing I expected to see. But I think the way Sheffield United play, they're quite defensively. And I think Daniel James is really good if you're winning and, you know, you're counter-attacking teams, or if you're playing a Chelsea, if you're playing a Man City, if you're playing a Liverpool. I would play Dan James because he's really good when teams attack you and he's got a bit of space. But I think when we're playing a team that's going to be defensive against us that we need to break down, Mason Greenwood is the player to play. I think Ollie will want some rotation as well. Greenwood looked pretty solid against Spurs. He almost scored in the last minute. I think I like Dan James. He got a lot of criticism after the Spurs game, but he was really good before the break, and he is rusty. But I don't think that was Dan James' fault. I don't think Ollie should have played Dan James against a Mourinho side. Dan James is the guy you put on when you're winning, or you put on for a bit of... I feel like he's a super sub with his energy, his pace, and he's really good against the top teams where he gets his space to counter-attack. You don't play Dan James against a team that's going to park the bus. Whereas Greenwood, you know, he can just find that space, he can do those step-overs, he can get that shot in. And I do think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will start Greenwood. I think that's a sensible option because I think he scored against Sheffield United in the away game. He could break down that defence, again, score a long shot and test the keeper. I think Greenwood, if anyone's going to score a long shot, Greenwood's out there as well. His accuracy is insane. I would expect Mason Greenwood to start. The fifth and final point is Sheffield United will rotate their squad and might have some fitness issues. Now, we have a 2-day longer break than Sheffield United. Yes, they've played one more game, so they could be more match fit, more experienced. But we've had a longer rest period after our last game, which I think will play into our hands. Sheffield United will probably need to rotate again because not everyone's match fit. So I don't think they'll be playing their strongest squad, although they could put a reduced squad against Newcastle. However, after dropping a point to Villa, I don't think they want to drop points against Newcastle and risk it. And I do think we could play a reduced squad against Sheffield United. Obviously, Henderson's going to be out, and I think, again, that can play into our hands. You know, he might have to tactically change it from the norm because there's lack of fitness, lack of injuries. You know, they're playing an extra game. They've got 2 days less rest than us. I think we'll be more refreshed and more ready to go. I thought Marcus Rashford wasn't quite sharp enough versus Tottenham. I don't think Fred was quite sharp enough. However, you know, every game that progresses, people are going to look more and more sharp. And I think that will play into our hands. I think Sheffield United will be more tired. And I think in the second half, I could expect us to dominate the second half due to fitness. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's 5 things to expect versus Sheffield United. If you have not already, please hit that like button, subscribe down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.